Welcome to Rebel Wolf Healing. I'm Elizabeth, and tonight I'm going to do a reading for the sign of Aquarius. This could be in your sun, moon, rising, north node, or Venus. I want to do a situation reading to see what's going on with any current situation you may be facing right now. Again, thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, your donations. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And if you would like a personal reading, please reach out to me via email. All right, Aqua, let's get started. Spirit, what is the overall energy for my Aquas? What's the overall energy for my Aquas? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Oh, we have the dark night. We have the moon. We have the shadow. You could be doing some shadow work right now. And we're just getting over a full moon. So you can have that energy from the full moon. This can also indicate that you're going through the dark night of the soul. And the dark night of the soul is really difficult to go through because it's where you're really transforming and changing, and you have this heightened awareness of self. And sometimes with heightened awareness of self, there's something called acceptance, where you accept your roles. You also look at your role. It's not so much looking outward, it's about looking inward. And that can be, it's not easy doing shadow work because you're asking yourself those really hard questions. And right away, your ego will answer. But if you give it due time, the truth will come out, and you're going to uncover insecurities. You'll uncover shadow parts of yourself that you don't necessarily like. So your current energy right now, I would say, is extremely heavy. That moon energy is like diving deep. Spirit, what is the situation for my Aqua? What is the situation for my beautiful Aqua? What's the situation? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see. Oh, toxicity, bound, patterns. Oof. You are really, man, you're acknowledging the patterns in your life. You're acknowledging that you could have been bound by some form of toxicity. I don't know if that toxicity is outside of you or this is what is inside, what's going on, that deep inner work that you're dealing with. But you are breaking free. As you can see, the fist is flying up like you're busting through the ceiling. And the reason you're busting through the ceiling, I always like to say that, is you're facing things. And when you face and you feel, you have that opportunity to transform and heal. So you're facing and feeling right now. And we'll clarify what this toxicity is, but it's definitely there. It's around your energy, whether this is internal or external. Spirit, what is the obstacle for my Aqua? What is the obstacle for my Aqua? What's the obstacle? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Ooh, your past, lack, suffering. Oof. Something from your past is holding you. It's holding you captive. You're not letting something go. I'm feeling this lack mentality. Like you're stuck in this lack and suffering. Man, Aqua, you could be going through it right now, and you could be going through it really hard. But understand that you're in the middle of purging these things. And it could be hard. Spirit, what's the challenge for my Aqua? What's the challenge? We know the obstacle. What's the challenge? Truth and expression. Sharing your truth and expressing yourself. If you have no one to talk to at this time and express, then I urge you to journal. I urge you to write down what you're going through. Someone doesn't want me to speak. Write down what you're going through. Because it's time to put pen to paper is the energy I'm feeling, pen to paper. You need to put truth on a piece of paper, and maybe you can't share it with another, but at least you get it out there and in the in the aura, in the universe. You got to let some stuff out. You got to express yourself. You got to purge this. You got to, I'm feeling this heavy energy of understanding what has held you back, the patterns, and not beating yourself up over it. Understanding that you were operating in your shadow self, and now you're going through that dark night of the soul, and you are releasing and killing that ego. And it's not easy, but you need to share your truth through the process. Spirit, what are the blessings for my aqua? What are the blessings? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, we got this divine feminine energy. And I could be speaking to a masculine or a feminine. Feminine energy is simply being in the receiving mode. It is where you are nurturing and caring. You're more intuitive. You're more with your emotions. This is not an action card. This is not about movement and doing and getting. You are simply being. You're taking that sacred pause and you're building your relationship with divine source at this time. And you most definitely have to, if you are going through a dark night of the soul or you're facing your shadow in some way. But let's clarify. Let's clarify, Aqua. Spirit, can we please clarify this shadow side, moon, and the dark night for my Aqua? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, this is you, my love, the Nine of Wands. You are the wounded warrior. I urge you to look up your Chiron in your birth chart. This is going to help you see where you heal those wounds, how to heal those wounds. And really, if you're having a hard time understanding the wounds, it helps you get to the bottom of where those wounds are. This is all about you having that courage, that determination, and drive to continue, even though you are extremely exhausted. Standing your ground. I really feel this energy of you fighting for this transformation, you fighting through this dark night of the soul. Don't go back into the matrix. You're about to bust through a ceiling of something, is the energy I'm feeling. You are, but it's hard right now. Like, you're like, okay, I want to go back where everybody else is, and they just have the veil on. No, the veil is being lifted. Allow it to be lifted, but it's not going to be easy. Spirit, please clarify this Nine of Wands for my beautiful Aqua. It's time for you to step into your fire energy. Spirit, please clarify this 9. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, it's because, like I said, the 5 of Cups in reverse. You are overcoming loss and lack and doubt and hopelessness and depression and sadness. This purge is not easy. It's not easy. And the only thing I can tell you is that this purge is necessary to your soul's growth. Don't stay trapped in the comfortable. Really put yourself in a situation where it's extremely uncomfortable, because you grow when you're uncomfortable. You stay the same when you're in your comfort zone, is, really what I can tell you in this situation right now. And it's about you really, through this process, ensure that you are loving and nurturing to yourself. Have that feminine energy. Go with the ebb and flow of life. Go with the ebb. Because it's not easy what you're going through right now, but understand it's going to be beautiful on the other side. I can guarantee you that. Now, the situation is this toxicity, this bound, this patterns. Yeah, because you did that shadow work. You're starting to notice who is toxic. You're starting to notice when there's energy vampires around you, or when you are bound, or when you're repeating patterns that keep you stuck. You're starting to notice. This is about facing yourself in all facets, in the light and in the dark, because that's where you can really change. When you can have that acknowledgement of self, even though it doesn't paint you in a great picture, that is a-okay. because you can move past it if you face it. But if you keep on putting that mask on, it's going to stay the same. I really feel this energy of a mask falling off, and who you were conditioned to be or who people conditioned you to be, you're not anymore. Being your true, authentic self is extremely scary. I'll let you know right now, when you are standing in your true self, not many people are going to like you because you're comfortable in your own skin. Majority of people that you are around are very uncomfortable in their own skin. When you're comfortable just being yourself, some people don't like it. And that's the energy I'm feeling right now. Don't let that sway you. Don't don't go to the matrix. Don't be like the others. Be yourself. Spirit, please clarify this toxicity and patterns. Don't follow the masses. Spirit, please clarify this. Yeah, and I love it because you're manifesting your dreams into reality. You are understanding the very basic and huge principle of as above, so below, as within, so without. My thoughts create my world. You're shedding things, and it's scary. But in order to manifest in a higher frequency, you have to start facing the shadow so you can get to the light. This is about you understanding that you have all the tools and the skills and the resources to manifest your dreams into reality by utilizing all elements. So in your air energy, you have that gift of discernment. In your water energy, nurturing and loving. Fire energy, being passionate and inspired. And then the earth energy, staying very grounded and standing 10 toes down, knowing the importance of nurturing yourself and building your wealth and prosperity. And I am not talking about the material world. I am talking about building that with your spiritual world so it can become your material world. This is absolutely beautiful. Spirit, please clarify this magician energy. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Oh my God. Aquas. You manifested yourself away from the devil. We have the devil card. The devil card, yes, that's Capricorn energy, but the devil card is just simply letting you know that there is something that is limiting you and binding you and keeping you trapped in toxicity and having you repeat these patterns. It's about the shadow holding you hostage. The dark night of the soul and shadow work is meant to highlight the shadow so you can step into the light. It's a part of the process. Because once you know the devil, you can defeat it. You can defeat it. This is unbelievable. Major arcanas here. This could be a hard time for you, Aqua, because this is not easy work. This is not easy work. That's why it's so important for you to dive into that feminine energy of really tapping into your spirituality and being that loving, nurturing being, and birthing something new into this world. And the only way to do that is if in your feminine energy, where you're relying strictly on your intuition. This is you like that all knowing feeling. Like, I am going to honor myself so I can honor others, but myself comes first. Now, the obstacle is your past and this lack and this suffering. There's this lack mentality here. The challenge is you're looking at your past and you're holding yourself so captive, and you're keeping yourself in suffering. You need to release that we all make mistakes. Once you can say, that mistake, instead of it being a mistake, it was my lesson. I had to walk through that. It was in alignment with me. Nothing in your past is a mistake. Everything is divinely guided in some way. And yeah, it's not that easy to look at those painful things, but understand you made decisions in the past based upon trauma, based upon not knowing better, based upon lacking boundaries. This could be you were stuck in that trauma mode in your past, and it ate you alive, but you're not there. You're seeing clearly. You're doing your shadow work. Trust me, you dive deep. The moon energy, you're seeing it all, but you have to release yourself from it. Understand your past is not a mistake, it's simply a lesson. There is no need for regret. And if you're sitting in lack and you still feel that suffering, you need to ask yourself, what is causing this much suffering? And if you're still struggling, turn to divine source. Turn to divine source, I promise you. Spirit, please clarify this lack and suffering. Reach out to your angels and your ancestors. Beg them to show you a sign, and they will. And here we go. This is the Nine of Cups. This is what you need, that inner peace and contentment. And I'm going to say this regardless of anything that's happening outside of you. This is about loving yourself even when your outside world is a mess. I'll give you an example. Because let's say I don't have a car and I don't have a place to live, does that mean my worth is no longer good? No. I feel this energy of you tying your worth into what is out the material world. Your worth is not that. Your worth is how you show up every day. You go to work. You stay positive. You are loving and compassionate to everyone you meet. If someone needs $1, you give them two. It's about operating in more of this spiritual stance than the material world. Just do the best you can. Find that peace within yourself. And the more you see your worth, the more you're going to be able to say, the past doesn't bother me. I'm not suffering as much. It's because you're seeing how innately awesome you are just by being you. You don't need anything. This is what you have inside. It's about building inside for you right now heavily. And if you're, again, I keep on saying it. If you are having a hard time being content within your own soul and spirit, turn to divine source, turn to your angels, turn to your ancestors, or do something. Read a book, go into prayer, go into meditation, blast some music, dance, practice some self-care. Get yourself out of that lack, because you are worthy regardless of what you have, what's in your bank account, what car you drive. You are worthy no matter what. No matter what. I felt the need to share that. Now, the challenge is truth and expression. The hardest thing I learned with shadow work is, yes, I looked at myself, but I also looked at the role of others. Okay? Sometimes you can't share your truth. Sometimes the injustice that was done to you stays injustice for a long time. This is where you find other outlets to express that pain. And that's where your creativity is going to spawn. You'll be really shocked. But there is something here about you writing down your truth. If you can't share your truth, you have to write it down. Spirit, please clarify this truth and expression for the challenge. I think you need to express something. And if you can't, I don't think you could say it. Spirit, please clarify this truth. Please clarify. Thank you, Spirit. Please clarify this truth. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. This is rough. I'm not going to be nice. I'm going to be honest with you. The Eight of Swords is being a self-imposed prison. This is self-sabotage. This is after years of allowing people to tell you who they think you are, you actually started believing it. And the challenge is breaking free. She has so many birds around her. Breaking free from the chatter of what others think of you. Breaking free from that. Breaking free from the person you were in the past. Breaking free from the suffering that you've been through. The suffering that you put yourself through and the suffering others placed on you. That's where you need to write about this. You need to express. And if you have a hard time writing, then maybe pick up an instrument, maybe paint, do something artistic that helps give you an outlet. But you need to record yourself, like record your thoughts, your feelings. There is something here about you getting down, pen to paper, heavy energy, pen to paper. Spirit, can we please clarify this Eight of Swords? Yeah, this is you being in a self-imposed prison, my love. And I get it. You will. Spirit, please clarify this 8. Yeah, because the heartbreak, pain, and betrayal. But you have to move away from it, because if you move away from it, you're going to step into your star energy. But you have to move away from heartbreak, pain, and betrayal. Allow divine source to move you from rocky waters to calmer waters, regardless of how scary it looks. You're leaving something behind, and you know what? Sometimes that leaving behind is the old you, and the old you could have been trapped in self-sabotage. I've been there. You could be bound by your toxic thoughts and patterns and behaviors, but allow yourself to face your shadow side, do your shadow work, go through that dark night of the soul, continue to stand 10 toes down through this, because what's coming is hope and healing. This is you stepping into the spotlight where you belong to be, just by being your true, authentic self. But you need to shed the shadow so you can be accepting of your own skin. Now, the shadow is always going to be with you. Always have the shadow. But I can face it a lot more now. And I am comfortable in my own skin, even with my shadow. I'm the first person to say, yeah, I was a fuck up. First one. I'm just being authentic. I'm just being real. Yes, sometimes I get angry. Sometimes I get mad. Sometimes I get jealous. Those are normal human emotions. I just don't act on them. That's the only difference. I feel it. I just don't act. Now, the opportunities is this feminine energy. Embrace this feminine energy of really going with the ebb and flow of life, nurturing and caring. But there's something here about really paying attention to your intuition at this time. Spirit, please clarify the opportunities for my beautiful Aqua. Please clarify these opportunities for my Aqua. It's like too many. Yeah, the opportunity is for you to overcome conflict, struggle, and competition. There might be turmoil around you, but that doesn't mean you have to be. Doesn't mean you have to be. This is about you having that strength to overcome that outside influence, because this is an outside influence. These are people who are in competition with you, in conflict. But understand, as you're doing that shadow work, they're not in conflict with you. They're in conflict with themselves. Let me say that one more time. They're not in conflict with you. They're in conflict with their own selves. And this is where you really understand people better, because you're like, man, the problem ain't me. The problem is you. And then you can walk away with the situation without it affecting your soul at all. Spirit, please clarify this 5 of Wands in reverse. Please clarify, yeah. Because there's a lot of choices. There's a lot of temptation. There's a lot of confusion around you. I don't think this is your energy. I don't think you're confused. Spirit, please clarify the 7 of Cups, this temptation, this confusion. Please clarify. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Are you still not wanting to walk away? You're having a hard time leaving the pain in the past. You're having a hard time realizing that there is a dawn of a new day. You're so deep in that pain right now. Those swords they're in. You need to pull them out, and you need to heal, and you need to walk away from what no longer serves you. You need to release yourself. Spirit, please clarify this 10 of Swords. You need to release yourself from something. Please clarify. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Come on, 7 of Swords. What is this? 7 and 7. Spirit, please clarify the 7. Either someone is in your energy full of secrets, lies, and deception. It's like, Spirit, please clarify the 7 of Swords, and then I'll share what I felt. Please clarify the 7 of Swords. Please clarify. Please clarify the 7 of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, because justice is about to be served. Man. All right. I'm going to tell you what I felt in that energy for a quick second. This is someone outside of you. This is someone outside of you that is seeing you walk away from all of this. And you're not being fooled by temptation and illusion and confusion. And you're no longer in conflict with yourself. You're no longer. There could be an energy around you holding you pretty tight. It could be a very strong soul tie. Some of these emotions that showed up in your reading could be them. And you could feel it because you're intuitive. You intuitively feel it. This person could be thinking about you day and night, and it could be their energy you're feeling, not yours. But understand the scales are going to be balanced. Justice is going to be served. Someone is seeing you rise and becoming the star and making it out of this energy. They're seeing you come out of this energy. And maybe they're still stuck in this energy of not facing their shadow. Maybe they haven't gone through a dark night of the soul. Maybe they're not very close to enlightenment. Maybe they're having a hard time connecting with divine source. Things in their life aren't working out the way they want it to. But understand, by you just staying in your divine feminine energy of being in receiving mode and going with the ebb and flow and really paying attention to your intuition, justice is going to be served for you, my love. The scales are being balanced, but there could be people around you that don't want your scales balanced. Because the narrative that they made about you is not starting to look, it's not adding up. The math ain't mathing. You're bound by someone in your past who makes you feel like you are unworthy. You're bound by it. It's heavy in your energy, and it's about really praying and letting it go. And the way to let go is by loving yourself, going through that healing process and manifesting your dreams into reality, and knowing that divine source justice is going to be served. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Really ask for a release of energy. Release my energy. Release my energy. Let's get some advice, Aqua. Let's get some advice. Spirit, what advice do you have for my Aqua? What advice? Thank you, Spirit. Man, we have the 8th house. We have Scorpio, Pluto energy. This is transformation, facing fears and closing some karma. There could be some closing out of karma right here. And I'm going to read this from the book. Can you imagine life is happening for you, not to you? You've been gifted perfect challenges to highlight the snags of your soul and perfect gifts to support your healing. Can you let every experience of pain or pleasure work through you? Can you absorb every encounter and then let it go? This means loving with an open palm, being open to loss, trusting the universe will carry you to the next chapter. The physical happenings of your life exist to deliver the medicine you need, and sometimes the healing comes in letting go. Surrender and deepen your connection to the spiritual nature of life. Well. Spirit, What guidance do you have for my Aqua? What guidance? Thank you, Spirit. We have wisdom. Experience and failure leads to wisdom. Apply wisdom to your present situation. Learn from the spirit world and its collective knowledge. Absolutely beautiful. Let's do an affirmation to close this out, Aqua. Spirit, what affirmation do you have for my beautiful Aqua? What affirmation? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. We have me. Me. This is all about your journey right now. I allow serenity to reign in me. The love I have for myself invites harmony to settle within my being. I listen to honor and strive to fulfill the needs of my soul. Aqua, I am sending you so much love and light. And remember that you are loved and you have always been enough.